A group of campers once told of their horror when two children with solid black eyes emerged silently from the tree line, staring at them without blinking. What began as curiosity turned to panic as whispers echoed from the woods, calling their names, promising safety if they just stayed. Their escape became a desperate sprint through the dark, pursued not by wild animals, but by something older, hungrier, and inhuman. Story 1. The Black-Eyed Children. We were a group of 5, me, my brother, and 3 close friends. It was late August, 2011, and we'd planned a weekend camping trip in the Ouachita National Forest in Arkansas. None of us were superstitious. We just wanted a couple of nights away from phones and work, drinking cheap beer under the stars. The first night was perfect. We set up our tents in a clearing surrounded by dense trees, built a fire, and cooked hot dogs. By midnight, we were telling dumb ghost stories, laughing more than anything. That's when it happened. The woods went silent. No crickets, no night birds, not even the wind. Just dead silence pressing against us. We all noticed at the same time. "What the hell?" my brother whispered. Then I saw them. 2 figures at the edge of the firelight, standing perfectly still among the trees. They stepped forward in unison, the flames lighting their faces. Their eyes were pitch black. No whites, no pupils, just endless darkness. The hair on my arms rose. Something primal inside me screamed wrong. "Hey, are you lost?" I asked, my voice trembling. They didn't answer. They just stared, heads tilting slightly, like they didn't understand the question. Then, together, they smiled. The fire popped, and in the crackle I heard it. Whispers. Dozens of voices, overlapping, echoing from the forest all around us. Calling our names. Promising safety. Pleading. Stay. Stay with us. We froze. My friend Lisa burst into tears. Then both children spoke at once, their voices a chorus far too deep, far too old. "Let us in." We ran. We left the fire, the tents, everything. We sprinted down the trail with nothing but flashlights, the voices chasing us through the trees. Some were whispers, some were screams, all calling our names. I swear I felt cold hands brush the back of my neck. We didn't stop until we burst out onto the gravel road near the trailhead. When we finally looked back, the forest was silent again. Empty. But when we returned the next morning with a ranger to collect our gear, everything was gone. No tents, no fire pit, no bags. Just bare dirt, as if we had never camped there at all. The ranger looked unsettled but said nothing. To this day, none of us camp anymore. And sometimes, late at night, I hear whispers outside my window, soft and familiar. "Stay. Stay with us." Story 2. The Hollow Man of Red Pine Ridge. I grew up in Colorado, and I used to love the wilderness. Hiking, fishing, camping, those woods were my second home. That all changed one October in 2015, when I agreed to go on a weekend camping trip with 2 old friends, Kyle and Mason, near Red Pine Ridge. We hiked deep into the forest, farther than I'd ever gone. By the second afternoon, we were miles from the nearest trail. The trees grew so thick they blocked out the sun, and the air carried that strange, damp smell of rot. But it was quiet, peaceful, until night fell. Our fire was burning low when Mason pointed toward the tree line. "You guys see that?" he whispered. At first I thought he was joking, but then I saw it too. A figure, tall and impossibly thin, standing between the pines. Its arms hung far too long, almost to its knees. Its face was pale, stretched tight like paper. And where its eyes should have been were just 2 black holes. "Somebody's messing with us?" Kyle said, forcing a laugh. But his voice shook. The figure didn't move. We tried to ignore it, to convince ourselves it was just a shadow. But around midnight, things got worse. We woke to the sound of knocking. Knock, 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 on the trees. Slow, deliberate, circling our camp. Mason shouted, "Who's out there?" No answer. Just more knocking. Closer now. Then, from the dark, a voice called. It was my mother's voice. Clear, soft, gentle. "Sweetheart, come here. I need you." My stomach dropped. My mom had been dead for 3 years. Kyle heard his grandfather. Mason swore he heard his sister. Different voices, but all people we loved, calling us deeper into the trees. We stayed frozen in our tents, clutching knives, praying for daylight. But the voices kept coming, each one sweeter, more desperate. At one point, Mason unzipped his tent and staggered toward the woods like he was sleepwalking. Kyle and I had to drag him back while he screamed, begging us to let her in. When dawn finally came, the forest was silent again. We decided to leave. But as we packed up, I saw something carved into a nearby tree. Fresh gouges, deep and uneven. 3 names. Mine, Kyle's, Mason's. Underneath, in shaky letters, "You are already inside." We left everything and ran until we found the road. I don't go camping anymore. I don't even go near the woods. Because sometimes when I close my eyes at night, I still hear that knocking, slow, patient, waiting. Because sometimes when I close my eyes at night, I still hear that knocking, slow, patient, waiting.